It was fun at the time, but after I was sitting in that cell, it wasn't it. If I could just go back and just regret everything, I would.
Well, that feeling of regret right there is something that organizations across Albuquerque are trying to avoid, especially when it's coming from teens who have committed violent crimes.
Yeah, and curbing that teenage violence is a costly, time-consuming mission, but it's one leaders say has never been more important. And Julie Frendak met with an organization taking a very unique approach to this problem, but also a teen already seeing positive change in himself, Julie. So it's not easy to change this cycle of violence. We know that, but obviously it's possible.
Yeah, that's what Youth Development Inc. believes. This organization has been working on violence prevention in some capacity for decades, but only recently changed their approach. And at least one participant says it's working. Ezekiel Ulibarri is a real-life example of what can happen when you follow a TikTok trend. Kia boys have been making the rounds on social media, posting videos of stealing cars for years.
Kia boys, Kia boys.
That's where Ulibarri says he got the idea at 13. He says he got caught 3 times.
I try not to think back to it because whenever I think back to it, it just gives me bad memories.
He wants them to stay in the past while he focuses on his future. Part of the now 16-year-old's 2-year probation sentence includes the ABQ Against Violence program under Youth Development Inc.
Knowing that I'm not the only one that experienced that, it's just like motivates me because kids went through the same thing and they want to do better. And it's just like I want to do that too.
This program has existed for decades, but took on a different form 2 years ago. The city of Albuquerque started funding it, and leaders started a more therapeutic approach. It now mirrors an evidence-based program in Oakland, California.
When you look at domestic violence, when you look at food insecurity, when you look at potential homelessness, they need to learn how to cope with those life stressors without going towards the violence route or the gang or intervention type of route.
The organization has a case manager and licensed therapist to address trauma and immediate needs, and education and job opportunities to complement the therapy.
Providing that comprehensive services to the families is what I think makes us different than just focusing on the violence intervention that is taking place.
ABQ Against Violence has the capacity to serve 50 people between 16 and 26 for 2 years at a time. There's 46 in the program now. Chavez wants to serve more, but says funding is a hurdle.
And to be competitive and retain our therapists, it's a more costly program, but our funding has decreased in the since we were doing the work 10 years ago for this type of work.
Do you see that as problematic?
It's a challenge. It is, especially when you look at all our services and you look at all the issues our community has right now.
Chavez says it's an uphill battle, made easier when attitudes start to change.
At first I didn't think I needed it, but once I started going to it, I needed it for sure.
The organization's getting $400,000 now per year from the city, but says there's more in the mayor's proposed budget for next year. And they measure success by engagement and staying out of trouble. Of the 46 in the program now, 3 have reoffended. Tessa, Trevor?